Alright, check it out. Haven't done a real wine kit in a while, so I thought I'd give this one a try. It's a Kiwi Melon Pinot Grigio. Sorry, I'm not a wine enthusiast, so the spelling I'm not too sure of. So yeah. Also, I'm gonna do a IPA, but this video isn't really about that. So in the wine kit, it comes with a detailed thing of instructions you can read. It's got all your additives in here, potassium sorbate, bentonite, some other binding and clearing agents. This one came with some labels for your wine bottles. This is like a flavored wine, so after you ferment your juice, turn it into alcohol, there is this additive that you add right after you condition the wine, so once no more fermentation happens, and right before you clear it. So you'll put this in after you add whatever potassium sulfite or sulfate, or I think it's potassium, yeah. Stabilizing and clearing. Yeah, so it's potassium sorbate, which stops the fermentation process. This will flavor it, and it'll give that kiwi melon, and then it'll clear, and then we'll bottle it. So this is my project that I'll be monitoring, and yeah, this will be a series video, so I'll do the brewing part. I'll do the brewing part, then I'll do the racking, and I'll do the clearing and flavoring, or flavoring then clearing, and yeah, then finally bottling and tasting eventually. This is a 28-day wine kit, so it's going to take a while. I have to go to Hamilton some point this month, coming up here in March, so hopefully that doesn't affect anything. I might be ready to go into secondary by that time, so we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, I'll see you down there. Okay, so with beer, you know, I've never had a bad batch, so I'm not too worried about sanitizing. Usually I just take this, spray it in there, and usually it's always been good. I've never had a bad batch. But you know, when you get a wine kit that's like a little over $50, you kind of want to make sure that it doesn't stand a chance of going bad on you, so feel free to even go overboard on your sanitization, because why risk it? You could lose like $50 if you don't. So do a good job when it comes to sanitizing, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do to make sure this doesn't go to waste. Money well spent, but it could be all to the waste if you don't sanitize enough. Think about it. You know what goes good with wine? Beer. Okay, so anyway, we're doing primary fermentation step first. Clean, sanitize, primary fermenter lid, wine thief, test cylinder spoon. Okay, so right now I'm at the add 4 liters of warm water to the primary fermenter, stirring constantly. Add package 1, which is the bentonite, to the water until dispersed, and from there we go into the juice. So let's do that. Bentonite. Okay, so it's the bentonite. We got some Keysol. We got our yeast. We'll need that right away. Pull that out. The rest of this is probably for later on. So just clearing. Oh no, it's a sulfite for the binding. Alright. Let's just put this right here for right now. Time to add our water. That's warm. Might be a little too warm. Add 4 liters. I'll just have to take a guess how much 4 liters is. A gallon of milk. Call that good. And you gotta stir in the bentonite now. Slowly stir in the bentonite. Garbage is gone. Stir in. Basically looks like sand. Okay, so adding the bentonite. Doesn't look very clear, eh? It's kind of gross. This is what's in wine. That's it for the bentonite. Now it says empty contents of juice concentrate bag into mixture in primary fermenter. Rinse bag with hot water and add to primary fermenter. Of course, it's the one on the bottom. There's our juice bag. It's actually not as big as, I've only made one other wine kit before, and the bag was like, I don't know, twice this size. So I guess it's better wine because it's less water you need to add. But yeah, there it is. Just gotta pry off the top of these things. Screwdriver probably work. Maybe. 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 Oh, there it goes. So, dumping in the juice bag. Syrupy. Okay. Now we gotta add some hot water into the bag. Clamp it off. Give it a little shake. And dump it into the fermenter. Okay, so that's that. This is garbage now. Now, okay, now we add cold water up to the 23 mark, which I have here. We gotta make sure that the temperature is between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, which is 70 to 80 Fahrenheit. Okay, so let's do that. Alright, so let's try to find what's it's 20 to 25, so it should actually feel a little cooler in your hand. Because the human body's at 37.3, I think. So that should be about right. I'm just going to take that out and see what my temperature is at right now. As of now it's at 27, but wash and sanitize this lid. Put it back on for a few minutes and let it equalize. Okay, so it's 27, so we can safely add some more. Alright, 23 liters. Now we're just going to give it a nice stir. Alright, so now we're at the nice stir. This is the point where we're actually going to add oxygen to the wine. It's the only time we actually do that. And it's just going to get the yeast going good. So, make sure you stir it up real good. Okay, and then on the instructions, what it says next is we gotta test our SG. For a mist wine, it should be 1.050 to 1.060. So that's what this, and this is for. Just give it a nice scalding. Put some sterilant in here. When I do this with beer, I usually just dump in some, then dump it out or drink it or whatever, because you know I make my beer in 15-gallon batches, so it doesn't matter. Every little bit of wine helps fill up the bottle, so make sure this is nice and clean. Can't have any sulfite in there, or it could mess with your yeast. Nice and thick, nice and thick. Alright, so if you want to come down here, we'll check our specific gravity. Spin. There. .060. Oh, it's sitting right where it should be. It's not going to be a strong wine, it's only going to be like about 8%, but that's pretty much what you want in a mist wine, apparently. So, I'm going to take this out, dump this back in here. Alright, so I think now it's just a matter of sprinkling the yeast on. Attach your rubber bung or whatever, but I have a modern wine pail, so the lid is meant to actually just lock on, but it hovers so all the CO2 can just escape on its own. Here we go. Here's our Lavlin EC18. It's a champagne yeast, common wine yeast. So let's sprinkle that on there. I probably don't need this in here anymore. Smells like bread yeast. Okay, so we did all that. Place primary fermenter in a warm 18 to 22 degrees, raised area 3 to 4 feet high, or undisturbed. This is my brewing area. This will work out fine. So we're just going to put the lid back on. Okay. And it's done. What's the next step? Within 2 days the wine will show signs of fermentation, bubbling, foaming, you know how it is. If this does not happen, call your retailer. Well, I know what to do. I'd add more yeast, put some yeast nutrient in there maybe. So on day 14, approximately, when our SG gets down to 0.998, that's the next stage, and that'll be the next video. Put this here for safekeepings. And I'm done. That's it, people. That's a wine kit in a nutshell. Stay tuned for the other videos. I'll be coming in 2 weeks, and then another 2 weeks. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.